Hello survivors, I'm SurvivalVis, and welcome to the start of Jurassic Park Hunter Legends. Now this is the predecessor to the Jurassic Park Revolution mod, and it seemed like there's a lot more talk about Jurassic Park Hunter Legends than there really was with JPR, or Jurassic Park Revolution. I think a big part of that is just the incredible amount of DLC dinosaurs to Hunter Legends. So I figure we're going to take a step backwards in time now to Jurassic Park Hunter Legends, try to go through the base roster, and see if there's a lot of requests and what comes in for the series, and just also see what kind of started along to then release as Jurassic Park Revolution. So, everything in the options is looking alright. Let's hit into start. And they do kind of limit you pretty quickly on your points, because we only have 50, so you only do the one place against the one animal with the first weapon, and we'll do double ammo. And it looks like here, Parasaurs, all of the dinosaurs are going to use mortal zones again, but it looks like these ones might be... some might be a little more generous than Jurassic Park Revolution. Like, we do have things where it is only the eyes again, but others where there's a little bit more variety to there. But it is actually interesting, and all these are, well, basically your Jurassic Park staples. I am happy to see an Ankylosaurus in, well, just a better style than Ankylosaurus. That's one of the dinosaurs I think in the original Carnivores games, it really doesn't look the best. It is based on the very old paleo art, but even then, it still could be better. But everything's looking alright. We're going to turn on the tranquilizers, and we're going to try again without the camouflage and the cover scent, because I'm still just trying to debate on, like, my approach to the starts of the mods. Because I always dislike when the mods start you off with only really close combat weapons. It feels more like something that they should be unlocked along the way, that they'll take down dinosaurs much more easily if you can get up close. But you need the skills to get close before you should unlock the weapons in a way. It might just be like a chicken and the egg situation of which came first. And if you actually want to be very philosophical about it, you say it was the egg because the evolutionary predecessor to the chicken laid it. Aha, there you go. That's how you beat that argument. But everything was looking good. You didn't come here for philosophy, you came for hunting. So let's hop in and get started on this brand new hunt. Okay, so we're loaded in here now. Ooh, pretty big Gallimimus. Although, surprisingly... oh, okay, that's actually... oh, no, so you do come in on... okay, so you just have to be very, like, specific on the dinosaurs for the names to appear. That's a lot different than the usual binoculars work for the games. Usually binoculars are if you get in the general area, you'll kind of get it registered as that's the animal. But it seems here, you have to be basically with the crosshairs right on them for them to register. So that means it'll be a lot more difficult trying to spot some of the dinosaurs on the map, but already a lot more colorful and vibrant than Isla Pena for Jurassic Park Revolution as a start. And thankfully a very large island, or a much larger island than Pena was to start out with. We've already got our first reply back, so we'll make our way over that way. I mean, it's so dense, I almost feel like I need to stand up in order to make our way over. But yeah, this is definitely going to be interesting hunting, because this reminds me a bit of Fallen Kings, although surprisingly, for as heavy as it is with vegetation, we don't have any of the issues of, like, things rendering in and out, or strange occurrences like that. I'm really surprised that for as heavy as it is, there's nothing that's really happening render-wise to flicker or distort or just... oh. Oh, okay, there's our first Parasaur. Yeah, so he probably spooked it going a little too fast, so we'll just kind of let him work the scared out of his system, if he does. Oh, yeah, there it goes. Kind of. Oh boy. I have a feeling this is going to be another one of those games where the mortal zones I think I see where JPR got its Mortal Zone system and its kind of tankiness from. Because it took... How many shots was that? Probably about 6 or so shots in order to take down the Parasaur, which we didn't get a good, like, sneak up to get the Mortal Zone. So it is probably going to be a lot of only single animal hunt, and then go back to the menu, and then out, back and forth like that. I don't know how thrilled I am about that, but maybe if we can get that crossbow that's the next weapon, it'll have a bit of a better scope on... Oh lord, okay, that drops off insanely quickly. Anybody want a pair of Parasaur pants? That's all that's really left of them, is basically the legs, and the rest is stuck in the ground there. We'll try finding another one. Yeah, so it sounds like one just dead ahead this way. The map is nice and big, I really commend it for... Oh, actually, right there already. Oh, I guess the Pachycephalosaur is an ambient animal like the Cretasaurus. That's actually a... Yeah, so Cretasaur there. It actually looks to be like a very big Parasaur. Oh, and another one right up there. It's just trying to get those mortal shots. You're probably going to be very... Yeah, okay, we're going to head back to the menu. I don't know how I feel about Mortal Zones with this. Like, one of the good things about JPR was that you actually could have a couple of different weapons. I think you had the pistol, and you might have had the Winchester that you could have done first. Just having the pistol, it feels like this is going to be a lot of slow single animals and back, single animal and back, single animal and back. Not your best way to start off with the mod. Not that you're supposed to be, like, racking up a huge amount of trophies, but when you can only really get one animal down, it means you don't spend as much time out in the field kind of learning and growing. And you have these little moments like this, where you stop in the menu and then have to go back out and situate and get into that again. You know, I'm going to try with these two things on, just go for another hunt. And I want to see how impactful they are. Oh, so we got the Pteranodon above us. Ooh, actually got a Brachiosaurus right there. I want to see how impactful these are for, like, how... Oh, well, speak of the dinosaurs. How close we can get to these, and if it's a lot easier to get these Mortal Zone shots that we have to... Basically are essential unless you want to use up a crap ton of ammo for even your easiest animals. I still have to say, I do feel like the mods always go the opposite direction. You should start out giving a mid-range weapon, and then have the short ranges be very powerful, but incredible drop-off of efficiency for distance. So you kind of want to develop into being able to close the gaps to make the most of the ammo, and sort of, like, row people into going that route more than going from the close range to the far range. Let's see. So there's that. So there's a shipwreck basically in this little bay area here. Just try to get a little bit of bearings for what else might all be on the map. Well, it's a little steep. A bit steep for the hills. Okay, that should have been the head right there. Unless don't tell me something like the fern caught it instead. Are you really telling me that shot? I really thought that one was definitely a hit. It seemed like everything was lined up perfectly for it, but... Nope, it didn't hit. I don't know if the fern stopped it, or... what stopped that shot from actually landing. Now we'll have to try to find an... Oh, okay, well, he's just kind of spinning... or, it's spinning circles up there. So just kind of let it cool down and try to get in close again and see. I am curious how close I can get to them. Because we just finished, well, I just finished doing the recording for Carnivores Genesis, the first episode, a little bit ago. And I know, like, the proximity threshold was at the 150 to 160 mark, it seemed. And that was without... Like, see... Why did that not hit? That was lined up perfectly. Okay. So the planned out shots, the one that I take so much time and care into making sure we can get lined up nice and good, and everything looks on target, and we take the shot, we completely miss, but it's the random-ass shots when we're sprinting, and there's all kinds of weapon sway, and it shouldn't work at all. It hits the mortal zone, no problem. Oh, okay, just a Pachycephalosaur. So, apparently you have to be reckless and stupid instead of planned and smart, it seems. Or at least for using the pistol. It's just a Corythosaurus over there. I'll have to try finding out where more parasaurs are, and if we... Like, it does really seem like maybe it's just... fortune favors the bold for situations like that. Because I swear, both times, everything seemed like it would have been lined up exactly how you'd want to shoot. I don't know if it's, again, just like... I wonder if I could even almost call it, like, Iron Sight's dyslexia, because I'm still trying to figure out, do you want the little nub basically to be covering what your target is, or do you want it to be pointing at it? It's a small distinction, but it makes a big difference. When you're actually using something like a scope, you don't have a problem, because you know the center of the crosshairs is exactly what you want to have on target. Okay, there is a parasaur there, but I want to see... This might be a good way to try out how efficient this pistol actually is, or how accurate it is. There is a stegosaur just on the other side of this hill. We kind of saw a little bit of its outline as we were coming close. I want to see if we can just be, like, careful enough. Yeah, so that didn't really do it, but surprisingly the parasaur didn't get scared off from the shot, so I guess the pistol doesn't make that much noise when you fire it. And we'll try lighting up another shot again. I think I've been doing the pointing method, so I'm going to try doing the covering method instead, and see if that kind of gives us more results. Well, let's just kind of sneak up to him. It's just minding its own business, just kind of standing around, waiting a little bit. Wondering what it's going to do. And we're just going to come up close and see how well we can do with this pistol. Thankfully, it's not moving, so that's pretty helpful. I just want to try getting the best possible shot, so that will probably be like this here. Okay, so the pointing method would be down there, so I want the cover method if its head would turn back this way. Now let's actually try getting, yeah, as far out from the tree. Okay, so that's pointing, so let's... No, that did not work either. Now let's try our fortune favoring the bold method, where we just kind of chase it for a bit and see if we can get it to a point where it's kind of like looping around, or we can get up close enough for the pistol to really have... Well, basically just replicate what we did with the other one. Because whatever we did, it worked. A little bit of a delayed callback, but at least it was a callback. Yeah, you guys are just kind of hovering around here, so that's no problem. I do just have to say JPR, I think, looked a bit better for, like, graphics-wise than Hunter Legends. Just because it does really feel like the environment... Like, when you stop, everything is a little easier to see, but as you're moving, it really kind of, like, blurs together with all of the same shades of green in that. And again, I'm going to try rendering this one out at a little bit of a higher quality, like I did with the Carnivores Genesis, or at a higher bit rate, and see if that helps. Oh, shoot. Okay, so we're too close to that one. Maybe we can do something about Topsy-Turvy over there, who just likes to keep on spinning around in circles. No, there's supposed to be a Copsec Nathus actually somewhere close by. I just can't see it whatsoever. Okay, well, we did get a shot off on it, and this might be the one that we can sort of chase down into a smaller area. Yeah, it's not really looking too good for the slow and methodical approach, is it? Actually, I'm kind of surprised that one didn't even run off further. It almost looked like it was going to start looping where it was. Okay, but we'll leave you alone. Because, yeah, this is the one... Nope. Oh, there we go. Okay, I guess it went for a little dip in the water. This is the one we're going to see what we can do about. So it really does seem to be a case of almost... I don't know what it is! We try lining the shot up, it all looks good, and it don't work. But we just randomly shoot when nothing seems aligned, and it takes them down. I don't have much of an explanation for it, but at least it's, well, some points. We do have probably going to be minus 30 to 35% for the total because of the covers we use, but that is just bizarre to me. Okay, so we're back into things. We could try going for the Ankylosaur, but I don't know if we could really do all that much better. I suppose it might not act... Really? Like, scent and hearing are very high for what the Parasaur can detect, but the Ankylosaur... Oh, how are we doing on time? You know what? Let's try going for one more outing and see. We went a little long with the Carnivores Genesis video, so we might as well take a little bit of extra time on Jurassic Park Hunter Legends too. Yeah, so we got something right up ahead this way. I really gotta try to figure out what the best... Now, the iron sights are probably fairly aligned on this one. But yeah, I really have to say, at least that's something I believe Dinosaur Hunter Reborn actually did right, in my opinion, was that it gave you a proper rifle as your first starting weapon. Like, I still don't understand the thinking behind, let's give you the sidearm, which you have to get up very close for in a game where it is very difficult to actually get up close to an animal. Well, we'll just try to do our best, see what the outcomes are. I'm not going to adjust the sensitivity on the animals on this mod. I still have to see what the feedback will be for Carnivores Genesis, because I did lower them to about half of what their default value is. So once we get to probably about the 200... Yeah, I'm going to stop about here, and I want to see, is it actually going to come to us, or is it just going to kind of like stand there like a dummy? No, it's just kind of staying there. Alright, let's try this aim proper again. Nope, miss. God. I don't know if there's one over there or not. Yeah, it says there's a compy somewhere over there, too. I mean, I know they're supposed to be super tiny, but... Sounds like the only one we got is the one that we tried taking the shots on, so we'll have to keep going after it. I don't get what it is. Is it just that the iron sights are off from what you think they are? Because it seems like everything lines up for what should be a shot that would hit it. Yet nothing. Am I aiming too low, too high? I don't really have much feedback on anything that I'm doing. Well, there's one of the Tyrannosaur calls. Interesting choice of ambience, but I guess thanks to a little bit of conditioning from all the Carnivores mods, we're not as startled as I used to be from any ambient calls that were kind of unfamiliar to us. Okay, we're going to go down here, we're going to come up with the pistol, and we're going to try to pop you properly. Like, okay, everything looks, well, sort of right. It's just that one little thing in the way. Okay. Now, everything looks right for this shot. There we go. Finally, slow actually paid off once. Well, that's not a Compsognathus. That is a Gallimimus, so... maybe we'll have to try to find one of these little copies that keep showing up. Actually, that sounded pretty close for as loud as it was. So we'll try and see again. At least I can finally say, okay, one of the shots we tried and properly lined up was successful. Because that was really bugging me, was, why does this work? Or why does this not work? Yet all the stupid shots that shouldn't have landed, taking them down. Okay, so we're in a little bit of a hill area, so we may actually be surprising it. And I don't know if it's going to be aggressive like the Tyrannosaurs can sometimes be in JPR, where if you get too close to them, they actually will try to stomp you down. Oh, it almost turns into like a desert up here with the cactus there. I'm actually starting to think it's not this direction, but actually right behind me. I think it might have been. I might have actually been completely off with that. Either that, or it's sort of like the... I think we had the one glitch in Carnivores Plus where it was the tranquilized animals would actually call back to us. Not do that. This is going to be pretty bizarre because it sounds like it's close, and then it goes further away. I really have no idea what's going on with these certain calls. Well, we'll see if we can maybe just find one more Parasaur, do our best at trying to get it, and then head back to the menu and see what we're looking at for points. I know the early starts to any mod are going to be quite a bit slower than what we've been late game. Okay, well there's one, and thankfully there's not really like a lot of trees for it to stay behind to throw off the aim. So we should hopefully be able to line up a proper shot on it. Oh shoot, you picked us up. I wonder if we can almost try to, like, get you stuck in a little loop again, because it does seem like that works surprisingly well. Oh, wow. Is it already calmed down? Sort of. Okay, where are you? Right there. Why? A stupid shot that doesn't even look like it's lined up properly. What about this one? Okay, well, at least those ones sent that one off running. But, like, why? Random first shot of not lined up in any way whatsoever, and it pops you. Like, do you guys just like infuriating and annoying me, or what is with that? Well, at least it's success, so we'll take it and head back and see how the points are looking. Okay, good news is we'll be able to leave the pistol behind to try the crossbow next week. But it is just bizarre. Like, I really thought that we would have gotten more with the timed and steadied shots, or the whoop-de-doo-de-doo, boom-boom-boom success. But I guess it is what it is. So that's our first episode of Jurassic Park Hunter Legends. Thank you guys very much for joining. If you have any tips, because as you can see, we are still definitely going to need help with this series, let us know in the comments right down below. And if you do like the start of the series, be sure to give us a like on the video. It just helps me kind of feel what you guys really like and a little guidance of what things I should do more of, what things I should do different, etc. So until I see you all next episode, Survivors, please remember to take care and stay alive.